Hey guys, welcome back to another one. Today we're going to be talking about shed hunting for deer antlers. Spring is almost here, and with spring comes a different type of hunting. Deer shed their antlers every spring, and which usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks. Over the summer, a new set of antlers grow back, and when these bucks shed their antlers between January and April, a shed hunter can scour the countryside to find the fallen bones. These antler trophies can be a big reward for those who are willing to spend a little time walking outdoors. This video will give you all a few tips and tricks on how to find more deer sheds, or maybe even find your first shed. Before that, I would like to take a moment and ask you all to please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. These actions truly help out our channel and make it possible for us to make more videos for you all. Now here are 15 tips to finding those fallen antlers. Number 1, wait for prime shed hunting conditions. You may want to start shed hunting early, but if you want the most antlers for your efforts, wait until you know the majority of bucks have dropped both sides. Mid-February to mid-March is the prime time, but if you observe deer in your area with half racks, that proves that it's a good time to start looking. Don't wait too long though. Rodents in particular love shed antlers. Mice and squirrels, porcupines as well, will gnaw on the antlers for their nutrients and wear down their ever-growing teeth, and soon those antlers will disappear. Even bears, foxes, and possums, and sometimes even otters have been known to eat antlers because of the nutrients they are made out of, such as calcium, phosphorus, and proteins. Number 2. Search deer bedding areas for shed antlers. You want to find where the bucks are bedding, and there you will find sheds. Because bucks spend a lot of their time bedded down, you can expect a lot of sheds to fall off in those areas. Deer bed down and cover close to a food source, but also in an area with a lot of direct sunlight. Think south-facing slopes, and with protection from the wind. Number 3, walk along the water. Whitetails need, or at least like, to grab a drink of fresh water regardless of season. This makes any open water sources such as springs, creeks, and rivers, as the trails and funnels leading to and from them, excellent places to search for sheds. Number 4, slow down to spot more bones. The only way to spot a well-hidden shed other than sheer luck is to take your time. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that finding more sheds is as simple as covering more ground. Instead of covering 3 miles as fast as you can walk it, cover half the amount at a leisurely pace. You might not walk as far, but you'll probably find more antlers. Number 5, look for shed antlers within 30 yards. It's human nature to let your eyes bounce all over the landscape, hoping that you'll spot that huge shed. But that's a mistake. Most of the antlers should be found within 30 yards of you. Can keep your focus on that 30 yards and under area, including frequent glancing down at your feet. Sometimes you'll almost step on a shed before noticing it. Number 6, don't forget to look up now and then. Make a point of looking up now and then, especially in brushy areas, because you might spot a hanger shed. While it's certainly true that a vast majority of antlers will be lying on the ground, every now and then bucks will shove their heads into shrubs or small trees to work an antler loose. While finding a hanger shed doesn't happen often, it makes for a memorable find and gives your neck a much needed stretch. Number 7, wait for ideal shed hunting weather. It seems counterintuitive, but sunny days when bright light should highlight antlers present some of the toughest shed hunting conditions. Too much contrast is to blame. Sure, a sunbeam can highlight a horn if it hits it just right, but that same bright sun creates harsh shadows that can hide even a dandy antler. Wait for an overcast day and you'll spot shed antlers that you would walk right past in harsh sunlight. Number 8, go for green in the big woods habitat. Finding sheds can be as simple as finding the thick green growth of conifer trees. In hard winter, bucks go to stands of pine, spruce, and hemlock. Those spots offer deer good thermal cover when the snow is flying and gives protection from the harsh wind, so deer many times just bed up there and don't move much. Number 9. Save your shed hunting for the prime hours of the day. Instead of pounding the ground all day, focus your effort on the same prime time morning and evening slots as if you were hunting deer. Keep the sun low to your back and shed should jump out at you. Number 10. Keep a shed hunting journal. You can take some of the random bumbling and roving out of shed hunting by keeping a journal. Every time you take a shed trek, simply write down the date, location, and duration of your search. Follow that info with data on any sheds that you scoop up, including location, size, etc. Over time, you will have accumulated a personal data bank of the best spots, times, and conditions for maximizing your shed hunting efforts in your specific shed hunting grounds. Number 11. Go back to the same spots to find more sheds. It's tempting to write off an area that you've already searched, but don't. Remember, some bucks drop their antlers early, a bunch fall a few weeks later, and a handful seemingly wait for their new antlers to pop the old ones off. Keep working tried and true spots until you're sure deer are done dropping antlers. Number 12. Be sure to check green food sources for sheds. Most winter deer feeding focuses on high carb sources like corn and beans, so it would be silly to ignore those spots when shed hunting. But in the prime antler drop weeks of late winter and early spring, the first green forage of the season, grasses, forbs, and alfalfa, start popping up. Whitetails crave green food now and will abandon the winter stuff in a heartbeat. Follow them and you'll pick up horns that everyone else is missing. Number 13. Gather friends and family and then split up to search. Shed hunting can be a great social activity, but while there is definite advantage to having extra legs and eyes, too many people on the same hunt can also work against you. To avoid racing each other to find more antlers faster than your other group members, divide up into groups of 3 or 4, taking small chunks of ground and focus on really covering the ground well. Number 14. Turn your dog into a shed hunting machine. Think of how many more sheds you could find if your eyes were only 2 feet off the dirt and you could smell antlers. You can teach your dog to find antlers and increase your shed finds. But even if your dog is not trained for antlers specifically, a dog will naturally gravitate towards the scent of a deer as they bounce along, smelling every smell, and will inadvertently show you where a shed has dropped when they linger to sniff some bones. Number 15. Check the places where bucks duck and jump. Ditches, creek crossings, and fence jumps are all great shed finding spots, mainly because the effort required to cross the obstacle frequently jars a buck's antlers loose. Shed hunting often seems like a low odds endeavor, but the reward is definitely worth it. One last bonus tip is to keep your eyes open when doing the other outdoor tasks like putting up deer stands or chopping down trees, because sometimes those sheds will find you when you're not trying so hard to find them. Thanks for watching this episode of Outdoor Experiences. Please like and subscribe for more outdoor experience Please like and subscribe for more outdoor videos and informational ones. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below and we'll do our best to answer. If you have a video idea that you would like us to talk about, feel free to put that in the comments as well. And if you have any tips of your own, leave them down there as well. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.